I'm going to actually start by going into research and development because I now have 620, 19.3 meters per second. There was some generous rounding there, but it's enough for me to get, and this is what I really want to get, though I'm not going to get it, but I'm going to show it to people. Oh no, it's here. This one, automation, right? No, I'm lying. Short-term habitation, that's the one, because it has a greenhouse. It has additional experiments I can stick onto the crude compartments, do even more science. And it has this hab ring thing, which I really, really want. Artificial gravity, spinny parts, animation, sucker. I can afford it. It's 550 and I have 619. But when I started adding up the electricity costs of the experiments I want to do on the station, I don't have anywhere near the electrical generation required in order to do it. So what I'm going to do instead is go to high-powered electrics. Gives me a whole plethora of various batteries, but solar panels, including the Gigantor solar panel. I want that, but it makes more sense to get this. And the other thing I'm going to get is over, it's advanced landing. This one, I've been skipping this one. It's back here. But I'm lying. I should have bigger reaction wheel. This one. With the bigger reaction wheel. Sorry, specialized control. That's what I want. Oh, and it's got the HAL. Oh, I like the HAL. Okay, so I'm going to grab this one for... There's useful stuff here. Why didn't I grab that a long time ago? Okay, that's got useful stuff. And then we'll have to generate more science to get that HAB module and the greenhouse. But right now, I'm actually going to go in Space Plane Hangar. I like to design my stations in the space plane hangar because you have that nice lateral movement that you can do with the camera that you don't get in the vehicle assembly building. And what I've got so far out there around the moon is right here. I'm calling it the OHC Station because it is connected to an asteroid. And the asteroid was OHC and then a number, so I'm going to call it the OHC Station. And this is what is hooked to the asteroid. There's a big asteroid. Imagine an asteroid on the top of this. Actually, there's other junk stuck to the asteroid. The vessel that got the asteroid around the moon is still attached to it. So what I want to do is make this more habitable. You can see there's... Other than this spaceship that's on its way right now, there's no habitation on this. It's just a fuel can, a docking hub, this truss structure, and that is it. So the first thing I want to do is actually build a power module for it. So, got this lovely docking hub, at least that's something. And what we're going to do is we're going to under coupling. I'm going to get another one of these Clampetron Seniors, and we're going to build a docking hub onto this. And then I like building it here, if I can get this to spin the way I want. That looks like right. I like to build this here so that I can then just take it off, bring it into VAB, put a booster on it, and go. But here I can get a good idea what it looks like. I also want to... This whole business here has no reaction wheels. That's a dumb structure on my part. I should have put some reaction wheels in here somewhere. That's probably part of the reason why I have trouble controlling it. The only reaction wheels are on the actual vessel that brought the asteroid there. But I want to give this thing its own reaction wheels and its own command as well. So what I'm gonna do is, that's why I went to... is I should have some larger reaction wheels. Medium reaction wheels, are those big enough? Nope. I think I got advanced, the large, this is the one. There we go. So I'm going to put a big set of reaction wheels, and we'll put some on the other side as well. And then we're going to put a structural bit, and I think it's this one I want. I was doing some playing with this already. If you saw the thumbnail, that's what I played with. Though that's just a sketch idea. Might end up modifying it a little bit. There we go. That looks good. And now, I'm going to put on that one because that's what all the rest of them are like. Now, this thing, to survive a Kerbal eclipse, I always forget this, but a Kerbal eclipse out by the moon happens every 6 days. It's 40 minutes of dark. And if I want to run all the experiments that I would like to run, I wrote this down, it needs about 53,000, that's 1,000 units of electric charge. So I'm going to put a huge pile of batteries on this thing. So what we got, I mean, I do have, this is only 1,000, but I do have this guy here. This is, I think this is coming from Restock, I would have to guess. Maybe not. Maybe it's Future Electric, I don't know. Some mod. But one of those is 2,800 units of electric charge right there. And I want to get this up to 53,000 units of electric charge. So we're going to go dump, dump. Let's go 3 deep for now. And then I'm going to take the good old cubic octagonal strut, because you can use this to attach things pretty, come off radial, put it on symmetry mode like that. Oh, that's radial mode, not mirror mode. I'm gonna, that way you can put all kinds of other stuff on, and I'm gonna put on like so. Okay, how many batteries is, how many, that is now 62,000 units of electric charge on the whole vehicle. I want to make sure, let's take this off temporarily. 59,700. Okay, that's good. I want to make sure that it wasn't just stuff that was on this. Okay, and then what I want to do, this came out okay. We're going to put that on local. Take off the snap. We're going to just tuck this so you don't end up ever seeing that those cubic octagonal struts are over there. Beautiful. And then we're going to roll that in a little bit so it looks like a nice kind of bundle. And then we're also going to, because there is a sort of a texture-y thing on this, roll it so that the battery, there's sort of these display panels, that all those display panels are looking outwards. There we go. So there's a huge batch of batteries, and now we're going to finish this off. We're going to put, I guess another one of these probably would be the best plan on the end. Oh. Single symmetry. Is that the same size as what I have? No, I guess I want the smaller one. Okay, throw this away. This one. Gonna get it right in the middle one. There we go. There's a little bit of translating here. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is also grab one of these struts again. There. Now I'm noticing it's peeking out just a little bit, so shoot. That's going to move at an angle. Give me that one. Nope. This one maybe? Okay. I just don't want to end up, sorry. I think I want this one on the top. And then I want to put this on absolute. There's what I'm looking for. But I'm just noticing a little bit of that battery peeking out. So we're just going to slide that down just a little. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's a big batch of batteries. All right. And now we're going to get some solar panels onto here. With that. And that. And some Gigantors. I know I unlocked you. And see. And with the Gigantors, here, I got a little tool to help me out here. That will generate 52.5 electric charge per second, and I worked out that I needed a little bit of pre-calculation, 24 electric charge per second, so that's going to do me just duckily. So this is like a power... Oh, and the other thing I want to put on here, there's no probe body on this. So the only probe body, other than the one that's in this ship, which comes and goes, is again the vessel that brought the asteroid out there, which is called the ARM-1. And I would like to rename this a station and have it stay that way. So it seems to me a sensible thing to do might be to stick a probe body into here. Like this Octo. I thought it was bigger than that. Okay, I know what we'll do. We'll just put in, go to payload, put in the 2.1 of you, open that up, and then inside there we'll sneak an Octo, which seems a little overkill, but I didn't want just, I want to have access to this. There we go. Okay. That'll give me a control point for this thing too. The other thing this thing needs, is because it'll be hopefully at some point generating lots of science that I would love to transmit back, is the fastest antenna that I have. And the fastest antenna that I have under communication is, unfortunately, these are all relays, right? Relay, relay, relay. Yeah, the fastest direct antenna I have is this one. So the question becomes where to stick it. Where to stick it. And I only need one, because putting more on does not improve your speed. It's so sad looking. Could put it out maybe on top of the batteries, or maybe on this maybe just on the truss structure, just like that. I feel like I should put one on the other side, but that would serve no purpose. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good for a... Okay. And there's a little tug here that is out at the station. I don't know if we can see that. It's tucked in here. So we'll use the little tug to kind of shove this thing around. Now the tug has a 2.5 meter docking port, so I probably should just very simply, maybe you. I'd rather not spoil this with a 2.5 meter docking port, but it looks like I'm going to. Maybe when Bill's out there, he can take all this nonsense apart. Yeah, I'm just going to do that, and that's just an attachment point for the little tug. Okay, we need some sort of lighting on this, don't we? I think so. Some form of lighting. So we'll put some red lights right here. Because I already got red lights up there, see that? So we'll put some red lights there. Color them gray, make them red, make them blink. Blink on. Put some ladder bits on here, because Bill's probably at some point going to have to come out here and do work. Just to give him something to hang on to. There we go. Some handholds. And I'm going to grab some of these fellas, maybe here. Sure. Light those on. I love these little spotlights. I think they're great. And pitch them down a little bit so they just sort of light things up a little bit. That'll do it. I'll turn them off now. That's enough when it comes to lights. Okay, so the next plan is to take this. So we're going to save this. We're going to make this the root part. So I can take all of that, chuck it away. Then we're going to switch over to the vehicle assembly building, where we're going to, with luck, get this thing into orbit. So I'm going to extend, retract that. Retract this fella. And this is now the OHC Station Power Hub. Okay, so I think I got something that's going to work. So what I want to do now is connect some sort of transport vehicle below this. So we'll get another senior docking port. So hard sometimes with these senior ones to know which way is up, but I'll put another senior docking port. I really don't think this is going to take... Let's just get an idea of how much fuel I need to put on this thing, because I don't think it's going to need to be much. What if I did something like that, and I'll start with the Terrier. I always start with the Terrier. No, that's not right. Where's my engineer dude? There we go. I don't know, 11 something, 1150, 1200 to get into Moon and Rendezvous and all that stuff. So we need a lot more than this. We need a lot more than that. What am I even thinking about? So let's get to this tank. Probably be switching away. That's 1200. Getting low on the TWR front. I have some sort of a transition type of tank in here, sure, somewhere. How about like you? No, that's too small. That one might be the one. Oh. Throw the Terrier away. It was getting a little wimpy. Let's arrange these by mass. We have the Valiant. The Valiant engine. That's going to be too wimpy. Well, you know what? It's not terrible. A little bit too much fuel, to be honest. I'm thinking, yeah, a little bit too much fuel. I got the Cheetah. That might work well. Oh, this might work. This might be good. This might be perfect. You know, once I stick some more stuff, because I'm thinking about 1200 to the Moon, about 1000 for the upper part of the orbital insertion around Kerbin. This will come down as I start layering more nonsense on top of this. Speaking of which, I think I can get away with a regular clampetron. I got a logic and a thinking here. And reaction wheels, regular ones, yeah. And I'm gonna put in a scriptable control surface. This is my KOS core. I've started naming my boot files something sensible. So this is copy and launch. This is copy only. This is launch only. You might recall from the last stream I was getting confused with having... Now I know what they all do. That's the short end of that. And a probe body. And a probe body. And a probe body. And a probe body. There. And then we'll put you in. Oh no, then we'll put, sorry, a 2.5 meter fairing. But this gives me some nice clearance below that. Because we're going to have to enclose all of this stuff. This fairing might not be big enough. We'll see. Oh, I might make it, I might make it. Oh, I'm going to make it. I'm gonna make it. And because we had so much fun last week with big fairings that, you know, we're gonna definitely go big again. Clamshell on. Okay, there is that. I want to get some struts in there. So I don't like this. And I know that's on the back of a docking port, but those struts will disappear when I undock that. Do you have Habtech 2? I'm not sure what Habtech 2 is there, Linux user. Is that a mod? If it is, then I don't have it. If it's a part, then I'm not sure. I don't have a lot of part mods. I kind of deliberately kept my part mod count low. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this. In fact, I'm just going to take out some fuel. Or part mods. I kept part mods pretty low. I want this in around the 1200. Maybe a little more. 2200 I meant. I'll go with that. Thrust to weight 8.2 should be okay. Oh, it needs an antenna of some kind, doesn't it? Communications 16. Okay. All right, so that is the upper part of the orbital insertion and transfer vehicle to get out to the moon. And what mass am I up to now? I'm up to 16.5 tons. How am I? Now I look at my booster collection. And I want to be under 16.5 tons because this is already dealing with a lot of it. Oh, I have a big jump from 8 tons to 19.5 tons. Wow. I do have some monsters down here. What about? That is a terrible, ugly thing. Okay. There's a lot here that's not necessary, but we'll stick this all on here for now. Now I'm doing my mental math, which is always scary. I can probably go here-ish. 12 plus 48. Ooh, this is pretty much close. Do I have the thrust I need at the bottom end of this? Oh yeah, easy. I think this is pretty darn close. Maybe add just a little bit more fuel on this lower stage. I can lose this fairing. It's doing me nothing. Actually, maybe not. I don't know why that's there. I'm going to bring that fairing back. We're going to take out... What happens if I get... Here, just a sec. Just want to clean up this. Clean, make it cleaner. Got engine plates, this decoupler. How does that look like? No, that looks like garbage. Okay. Back to the old one that I had there. There we are. The stack. That's a separator. That one. Decoupler. Okay, we're going to get rid of that shroud. I'm going to bring back that fairing that I had there. And the fairing will be my shroud. And you are going out of the staging diagram. Like that. You're going orange. (4,800 meters per second total delta V. I am not... That needs to go there. I think this is it's a little tight. Maybe a little bit more fuel. Let's just add one more can because the engine can handle it. There's no reason to get stupid. Just a little bit extra fuel. Okay. Now, given all the troubles I had last time, you may be reluctant to trust me, but I'm thinking I might be. Let's do some action groups. So on 0, actually just you. We will extend that antenna, and just for giggles, we'll open this door, even though it in no way needs to be opened. Oh, I should extend. Because I have no... Oh, there's no electricity generation down here. Okay, yeah, that changes things a little. I didn't put... let's get some batteries on this. Doesn't need much. But just this thing will eventually detach and deorbit itself. So I should put something on there. Like just a few of these. And some aux stats will hide in there too. And that covers up this antenna, so we're going to move that antenna to a happier spot. That's happier. Okay. That's better. Back to action group. So on action group 0, that's what happens when we get into space. I'm fine with that. Action group 5 is simply going to be to toggle this crazy fairing. And I don't know. I'm going to give it a test. We'll start good. We'll be good, and we'll give it a test. Oh, well, how my delta V go down so much? I gotta check thrust to weight. Is that just because of where this fairing is? It is completely a function of where that fairing is. Okay, we'll figure that out later. We'll see what we got when we get into orbit. Bump. This needs to come down. I can always add more fuel. Like you can see, it's a mainsail on the bottom here. Yeah, it is. So I got a lot of thrust on the bottom end. Oh, no. I don't worry. I'm seeing people are thinking I have this upside down. I do not. This thing is not going to do the docking. It's just going to get it to the moon. A little tug that is already there is going to dock at this end, and that's going to maneuver it into place. That's why this has no RCS or anything on it. Okay, we're going to give this a test. And this is just a test. Can this thing get into orbit? Okay, I think I got an alarm clock open. I don't need that, but what I can do is run, launch. I didn't go down my checklist. You know, I got that whole checklist mod and I never use it, which gets me into trouble. So I should be checking my checklist. Okay, here we go. So this is again... Oh! What happened there? I don't know what happened there. I don't understand what happened there. Could be an engine failure. Did I get an engine failure? Let's restart that. Could have been an engine failure. Try that again. Run, launch, 080N. Keep an eye on this engine. You, I think, was the culprit there. Whoa, no. Stability. That, I could see it wobbly. I don't know why. Why is it staging the fairing, though? That is really weird. Oh, look at the Navball. Oh, was the Navball like upside downy? Because it's probably look at the Navball. I did not look at the Navball. That should be the root part, and that should be the control center right there. I don't know if making it the root part makes it the control. I don't know if I can even set it from here. Command? No. Okay. Let's start that again. Look at the Navball. Okay, let's simulate that one more time. Now it's blew up. So for people that might have missed what was going on there in the chat, and the explanation is there is 2 probe bodies on this thing. There's one in this carrier vehicle here, but then there's one in the payload that's upside down, and I think it was trying to fly by the payload one, which means, oh, I'm completely the wrong way around, says the launch program. Yeah. Oh, going to negative 80 kilometer altitude. Hey, there we go. There we go. So, yeah. Blew up. First rule of rockets. The pointy end goes up. Okay, so I'm going to see if this will fly without tail fins. So the one I was doing last week, which I had so much trouble with, had to do with upside down fairings. I had some upside down fairing bases in there, and that's what was causing all of that flipping out last week. And somebody mentioned that in the comments section for that stream, and I flipped them around and they worked perfectly great, even without putting on tail fins on the back. So I'm hoping this one will be a very similar experience. We'll find out, we'll see. But I do have a little short of me launching the improved version of last week's one that's coming out tomorrow, I think. Yeah, it is. So that one from last week did end up flying normal-like, completely on the script. Didn't need tail fins on the bottom. Though I think if a computer script isn't flying it, if a human was flying this, I probably would put some tail fins on the bottom. Oh, I do not have... Do I have a smart... Oh, I do have a smart part on there. Good, good, good. So do not put large upside down fairings is the moral of that story. All right. Somehow having the fairing upside down just, I think, generates way more drag. All right, so far so good. Eyes be pretty happy. So if this thing gets to orbit and has in around 1,200 meters per second when it's all said and done left in the vehicle, then I am happy. If not, I'm gonna have to stick in a something there. It's just I'm not quite so sure what it's gonna take to get up because this fairing's being staged by an action group and it's not being staged at the end like this. Okay, we're about to lose this big thing. And going on to our upper stage, which should happen automatically. Right? Okay, it didn't. I had to do that manually. I don't know why. And then it staged the fairing. That came out very nice. Very nice. Nothing broke. Sometimes these solar panels can, I've had that. All right. It's funny, this Cheetah engine, somebody suggested this, and I can tell, I know we're in this stupid liney wireframe mode, but this is not the waterfall plume, because waterfall doesn't support this Cheetah engine, which comes with the Making History DLC, I think. And somebody suggested that I should put in real plume as well as waterfall, and real plume will pick up that slack. We'll see this when we launch it for real, because this is actually filling me. I'm being brimmed with confidence that I'm going to get up there and have tons and tons and tons of fuel left. Okay, we're almost at our target apoapsis, and we're at 65 kilometers, so we're almost at space. This is the way it should work. Amazing. Okay, and it lights itself up and is deploying some stuff. Oh, I think I only had it deploy that one antenna. There's the upside down probe body that was messing it up so much. What do we got? We got 150 meters left to do, meters per second left, and there's still 1650. So we are golden. We are golden. We are going to terminate this simulation. We're going to do this. We're going to do this, do this, do this, do this. I'm sort of neither here nor there on the wireframes. I could turn that wireframey stuff off. But some people seem to really like it. It does get kind of tiring. Oh, what do we got? We are looking at the power hub right there. That is what we're launching. Launch that vehicle. I've had some advice, and I think it's probably good advice on the smart parts, but sometimes the smart parts go and sometimes they don't. But I also find sometimes with smart parts, do you ever have the situation where you have to stage twice to get something to stage? And I think that's what happens sometimes, is I think smart parts is doing some of the staging, is staging once, but it just needs to stage again, and of course it's not going to do that. That's my theory as to what's happening. Okay, that's all good. Let's do this. So now we get to see this for real. Well, you know, it's still a game. Pseudo-real. And I got a comment from my last stream that my rockets are ugly. I will admit that they are a little dull. I'm not going to argue with that. They are simplistic, but I don't know ugly. I wouldn't use the ugly word. They are certainly functional. Pointy end up and flamey end down. Are smart parts on my checklist? Yeah, they are on my checklist, I'm pretty sure. But you know what the thing to do is here. If we look at the smart part, here's the smart part. When we get close to smart part time, look for the little red. A little red light comes on. I don't think it says whether it's part. No. But a little red light comes on, and if the little red light on the smart part comes on, that means it's done its job. So we'll see if that happens. How do I make such beautiful stations? I don't know how beautiful they are. I mean, honestly, I never have a plan when it comes to stations. I just simply stick what's needed together the best I can. I really do enjoy the process of building stations. I love the maneuvering. I love the docking. So that's really more kind of what it is. Whether they're beautiful or not, I don't know. Okay, watching this. So we're gonna watch that smart part. I'll zoom in on the smart part and see if it does its job. The little red light comes on the smart part, and it is doing its job. Oh yeah, you gotta, I see move and rotate are quite a bit first. You gotta know the move tool and the rotate tool. Okay, we're gonna look right there. We're gonna see if that little red light on you comes on. See that? See the little red light? If that comes on, smart part did its job. It's something else. Oh! I didn't do that. It did it that time. I didn't see if I wasn't watching close enough to see if the red light came on or not, but I did not do that staging. It's staged, so I don't know. Okay. Well, KSP beginner, it just takes practice. That's all. That's really all it takes. It's not intuitive maneuvering around in space. That's why the vast majority of video games that has you maneuvering around in space design their games around your intuition rather than how it actually works. Oh, here you can see the stock plume on that Cheetah engine, the non-waterfallish plume. Oh, wow. All right, where are we at here? We 76 kilometers on the apoapsis, so we're going to be cutting that pretty soon. And that's that. Okay. And get up into space. And there we go. And we will, I'm looking at the time, we'll definitely attach this to the station. And I think the next module is going to have to be for next week. And just a quick reminder that I said next week, and the thing I'm about to say next is there is no stream next week. As I mentioned at the very beginning of the stream, though I suspect most people probably missed that, is I'm going on a vacation starting tomorrow. I'm going to be gone from my PC for 2 weeks, so no stream next week, no stream the week after that, but then we'll pick it up the week after that one, whatever date that comes out to be. So I'm going to be off for 2 weeks from streaming. That's what the long and the short of all that is. All right, so here we go. Oh, I never did upgrade this engine. What's the engine ignitions? 11. Okay, I'm going to have to be conscious of that. I should have upgraded that engine. All right. We've done that part, Let's get out to the moon.